Okay, so as you guys saw, Josh left us with his car. And not only did he leave us with his car, but some of the worst headlights I have seen in a long time. So we thought, what a great opportunity to go through and show you guys some quick and easy methods to clear up these headlights and bring them back to looking new again. And it's really quite easy. What happens is the plastic begins to oxidize. They come with a factory clear coat that begins to flake off after a while, and then they begin to yellow. So what we're really trying to do is exfoliate that top layer of plastic and get right down to the newer layers that are below. Now, a lot of people will start out with a very aggressive grit sandpaper and then work their way up. However, given that this car is 21 years old, $1,800, we're going to abbreviate the whole thing and start out with 1000 grit, take off that first layer, and then we're going to bring in some of our finesse compound. Now, this is still in the test phases, but you saw last time we used it on some of the other parts of a car, and it really worked well. So what we're hoping is it's going to bring the clarity of the headlight back and make it look just like new. So let's get rolling on it and see how we get it done. So you always want to make sure the sandpaper's plenty wet. Get the surface wet as well, because we don't want to start warming up that plastic too much, because it's going to just create a mess and you're going to go through a lot of sandpaper. So if we keep it well lubricated and we go in one direction to start, and then we'll come back and hit it in another direction after we've gotten where we wanted to go. So as you're sanding these headlights, particularly ones that are in bad condition like this, occasionally you're going to kind of want to go through and wipe them clean. One, because your sandpaper starts to float on top of the froth that you're making with it as you make the backwards and forwards motion. So just make sure you're cleaning the headlamp occasionally as you're sanding, and come back with a new set and start going all over again. And that's one way to make sure that the sandpaper is effective. Okay, so we think we've taken off enough of the layers of dead plastic off of these lights, and now it's time to buff them out and see what we end up with. We're going to use our finesse compound. What we want to do is dump in, tap it around, get it spread a bit, and then we're going to go in and start buffing away. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you saw that we started with this. And after about 5 or 10 minutes of work, we were able to transform these headlights into this. And I think you're going to agree that's a pretty dramatic difference. However, we're not done yet, because after we correct something, we always like to protect it. And so a little trick of ours is our product called Seal and Squeal is going to go on here with its active amino polymers and sealants, and we are going to not only polish this to the next level, but actually protect it from ever yellowing again. So let's try that and see if we even get to the next level. Okay, I think we can call this a job well done on our headlight here. As you saw, it started out pretty gross and yellow. However, after we exfoliated and took off that top layer, used our finesse compound, and then finished it off with our Seal and Squeal, which is actually going to protect it from ever yellowing again, I think you guys are going to have to agree, that's not a bad headlight.